Hey everybody, it's Bunny and Bumblebee Talks. I'm Bumblebee.
And I'm Bunny. And our first topic for today is, can someone make you become undateable?
I believe it can be done. It definitely can be done.
You gotta go into detail of how it can be done.
I mean, you can be kind of scarred to the point where, you've always got your guard up. You're never trusting of anyone or you know, you you could never fully commit to someone. You know what I mean? Like, that damage. What do you think?
I think it can happen on either end. I think it can happen on the end of the person, like, getting hurt, where they can become undateable, and it's not even necessarily because of how they are as a person. It could just be from what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also think the person that could have been doing the damage could just be an undateable person themselves as well.
Mm-hmm.
Based on, like, if people find out about the stuff that they've done or haven't done. Like, a lot of times, like, if people find out about the stuff you've done, right, and it's publicized out there, a lot of times you become undateable because people are going to be like, oh, didn't you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Or didn't you do that? What the hell are you doing?
Just doing this to my foot. Just.
Anything else you want to add to that?
I mean, not really. It's a tough place, you just.
I mean, it varies from person to person.
Yeah.
It's different reasons as to why someone is undateable. Sometimes some people are undateable because of, just them as a person. Like, they just have a shitty personality. And then you have people who become undateable because of things that they've been through, and it's just hard for them to get past it. And anybody that dates them essentially doesn't want to deal with potentially the issues of,
They don't want to deal with the baggage.
yeah, the work that it's gonna take to get you to be what's considered, I guess, normal when it comes to dating somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And then there's also the fact of just, oh, by the way, we have music for you guys in the background.
I literally thought we were in the clear.
But we're, hopefully you can still hear everything we're saying. I think we're talking loud enough, so we'll just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some people, they just become naturally scarred. I think when it comes to stuff like that, you have to really date someone who's, like, very understanding. They don't have to necessarily know, like, per se, like, they don't have to be, like, a friend of yours to know what you've been through.
Yeah.
But, like, I would say it has to be someone who understands that, like, you've been through a lot, so maybe there's just certain things that are just different for you. And you just process things differently. And, and you just have to take it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And, and it is what it is, and some people are willing to accept that. I mean, there's a lot of things that got fucked up for you. You want to name a few of them?
She's not a cuddler anymore. She's.
I cuddle you. Yeah, I don't do it often, but I do it.
You do it, but
don't put me like, don't make it seem like I never, like.
But it's not something like, and we've talked about it. But like even when we sleep at night together, like we sleep separate from each other. Like she's all the way on her side. There's space in between us. Sometimes, very rarely, we'll fall asleep like with each other. But for the most part, she's on her side, I'm on my side. And we're like back to back sometimes, because she doesn't want to be touched.
Yeah, but that's what I got used to doing. Like,
yeah. She's not like, I try to kiss her and she's like, why do you keep asking me for kisses? Like, it's just, normal basic relationship stuff that, you wouldn't think someone wouldn't necessarily outright want to do. But because of her last relationship, it's, stuff that kind of got ruined for her. So, now I have to try and get her used to doing these things again. And, we're going to be 9 months in come November. And, it's still a work in progress, but we're getting there.
That means you say you want to punch him in the face.
Yeah. You just made my job. Like, you just made everything so much more complicated. But it is what it is,
I mean, I'm not that bad.
Nah. We still got work to do, though.
I'm not that bad. Like, I think I was like way worse in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah. You used to come in and just be like in your own space all the time. I try and like wrap my arms around you and you're like, get off of me. Why are you touching me? Damn, alright.
Well, no, because what it was like, because I got used to doing that for somebody. Like, and I'm not really like a clingy person, but like I got used to doing certain things for somebody. And oh, by the way, there's someone really jamming in the background. So like, if you hear screaming, that's not us.
Yeah.
They're just having a really good time right now.
Yeah, it's my mom.
And I would just do like normal things that would be considered like affection, and then for me, I either got like pushed away because I was like, apparently I was doing too much. And then like when I stopped doing it, then it was like, oh, you're not being like a normal girlfriend. And I'm one of those people, you don't gotta tell me twice to stop doing something. Once you tell me, hey, don't do this, I stop doing it. Like, I'm just like, all right, forget you then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go hug my rabbit. That was my logic. I was like, well, no, I don't got that no, but damn. But, that was my logic. I'll go hug my cat. They want it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go hug Boo Boo. He want it.
Yeah.
Fuck you then. And I just stopped giving it to the person that didn't want it anymore. And then it became something that they wanted, but I wasn't giving. Because how many times are you going to take somebody not even trying to allow you to do that anymore before you say, all right, fuck you then?
Yeah, and I thought about... Oh
focus.
I thought about, she just said couples dance. I'm not going upstairs right now. She might...
Focus.
Yeah, and there's been times where I've thought about, like, not like, asking you to do certain things. And I thought about completely just cutting it out, but, you don't deserve someone who's going to give up on you either. You know what I mean? Because you've told me it's not like you don't want to, but you're used to not doing it. And let me let her know. And it's a tough spot because you're when you're dealing with someone who loses those basic aspects of being in a relationship. It's easier to just be like, you know what, these, like, there's times where I just want to come home and I want her to be here and I just want to lay down and hug her, you know what I mean? But she's not with that shit sometimes, and it's just like, I got to deal with that, so it's easier to just give up and be like, I can find someone else who can. You know what I mean? But it's not fair to her. Then I give her the chance to work through the things that she has to work through.
Got better, though.
Yeah. Much better.
I beat you up all the time, though.
Yeah, so abusive.
It helps me.
It helps you. Oh my god.
I'm touching you though, right? Isn't that what you want?
No, not like that.
he says he wants to be touched, and when I touch him, it's a problem.
Yeah, there's force behind it. We'll call child services.
You a grown ass man, they not helping you. But no, I'm not abusive. He's playing.
Nah, yeah.
He don't got no bruises, so he alright.
Not yet. We'll see though.
He alright. He got a stepfather that works for the police station. He'll be alright.
But anyway, moving forward.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else you want to add. I mean, I would say if you're with someone who's in that type of situation,
give them a chance.
Try to give them a chance. If they show changes in their behavior to show that they're trying to be better, I would say then that's like, at least they're trying. Mm-hmm. But if they don't budge after a certain time, you know what I mean? Like, because you could only give so many chances before you get to that point where it's like, all right, then nothing's changing.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same shit.
Yeah, I agree.
But if they're actually trying to change, and maybe it's not exactly the way you want it to be, but it's better than what it was when you first started, you know, hopefully it gets better at the end of the day. Tell her we might get copyrighted for this bullshit.
I don't know. Worst case, we'll re-record.
No copyrights.
Yeah.
No, tell her we might get copyrighted for this shit.
No, I said worst case we'll re-record tomorrow. And
when we re-record tomorrow, I'm gonna be tired from work. What you mean? I'm gonna be trying to make sure I do homework that's like due at the end of the week, because I ain't trying to do it later.
Anyway, let's move forward.
Do you need friends in your life? I will say you don't necessarily need friends in your life, but I will say this: having good friends in your life is a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not like a given for you to like function in life. But some people, if you're using having friends as a way to, you know, exist in society, like you need people around you, then maybe you need to figure out like how to be by yourself before you have friends. But it's not necessarily like a bad thing. It's always good to be able to say you have like friends you can like, you know, like have and, you know, call.
People you can rely on, you can vent to.
Yeah, like it's always a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Don't mind the background, you know.
Yeah, I'm really
I hope this is entertaining for you if you are listening.
I'm honestly hoping that it's not pulling through. Like,
I hope so.
I really hope it's not. Like,
I hope it's just like a beat in the background.
Yeah, I'm like, it's blowing my shit.
But you know, I feel like a friend isn't necessarily like a go-to for you to function in society, but there's nothing wrong with having friends. Like, there's some, like, for example, like my ex, like, he thought it was weird to go to his friends about problems, and I'm like, isn't that the whole purpose of friends?
Yeah.
Like, how can you call this person like your brother if like you can't even tell him when you're sad and you want to cry? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that the whole purpose of a brother? Like, the fuck? Like, what you mean? Like, so to me, like, they obviously are not your brothers because you can't go to them when you're crying and when you're sad and when something's wrong, because that's the whole purpose of having somebody in your life. Because, you know, they should be able to be the one where you could be like really vulnerable and they still accept you for who you are.
Exactly.
And if they can't do that for you, then they're not really your friends. Like, so these are just people you know that I guess happen to fuck with you, but don't really fuck with you.
Yeah. You know, my friends, I've, you know, sat on the phone with them while they were crying. Grown ass men. But you know, you're allowed to be that in that space with me because you're my friend. You're my brother. You know,
I cried on the phone with you.
You did. You did.
That was the first time
I ever heard you cry. Yep.
But you didn't even know what I was saying. You made me repeat myself.
Yeah,
and I couldn't I was like so like stuck in the moment. I couldn't I was trying to say it. I was about to give the phone again. Like, what the fuck is going on? Because I thought you heard me. Or like at least figured out what was going on.
I figured that out. I couldn't hear when you were saying I'll call you back or something like that. That's what I couldn't hear. Because I heard what you said about Boo Boo when it first happened. And I was like, oh no. And then you were like, yeah, I'll call you back. And I was like, what?
Yeah, because I needed a minute. Like, because it was just like, I couldn't talk. Like, it was just like, it was like that, you know, like that moment when you're like, you're trying to talk while you're crying and shit, but it ain't working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you know, that's what the people around you are for. To help you through all those different situations and stuff. And like if you try and push through it alone, like you can. But it's so much harder.
It's harder, and you can't really. The thing is, it's like who do you go to when you have problems? And it's like if you're gonna deal with everything yourself, then you can't really say you have friends because you don't have anybody to call. You don't have anybody to talk to, even if it's your significant other, right? And that's like your only like legitimate friend, right? You can't really say you have friends if you have no one to call. And that was one of the biggest things that I dealt with also in my last relationship, where, you know, I guess he would go through things, and then like me, I'm one of those people. If you don't tell me you're going through something, I'm not gonna sit here and guess like you're sad or that you're like having a bad day, right? Especially if I wasn't around you, right? And we're only talking on the phone. So you can only pick up so much on the phone of like how someone's feeling, right? So if you don't want to tell me on the phone, I'm not going to sit here and like go through like A, B, C, and D to try to figure out like what the fuck is wrong. If you want to tell me, you're going to fucking tell me. We're not 5. Like, I don't got time for this shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I had my own stress in my own day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't got time to... Like, it's one thing if you're face-to-face with the person. That's one thing. But we're talking about over the phone. Like, oh, you never... Bitch, you want to... Like, and I used to be like, you could fucking just say it. The fuck? Like... Yeah. Like, I'm not a fucking therapist that you have to fucking pay. Like, and that was my mindset about it. And I was told I was mean for the way I went about it.
No, sometimes you gotta give it to people straight, cut and dry, whether it sounds mean or not. But, I mean, that's what you want when you want somebody to be your friend.
No, but that's what I'm saying, but you can't expect them to read your mind either. Like, it's either you're gonna tell them how you're feeling or you're not. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
No.
Why eating before sex is important. Ooh, okay, so I came up with this, right? Because I remember there was like a time, like these were people that I was just messing with. We weren't like together and like that. So one of the times I was eating like soup or whatever. Like I was eating, that's all I had at the time to like make was soup. And then he was like, why are you eating? And I'm like, bitch, I gotta get my energy up to fuck. What you mean? Like, what do you think this is? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then like a lot of dudes think that's weird that somebody want to eat before sex. Like, cause more than likely you gonna end up getting hungry after anyway, right? So, what are you complaining about? I'm just saying I need to eat before we fuck. Like, and that's literally.
I put something on his belly.
Yeah, like, cause I never liked fucking hungry, cause I like, it was like I could do it, but then it was like I didn't have the energy that I wanted to have because I was hungry.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they making the baby.
She's laughing, but like.
And like one time I had ordered a whole pie of pizza, and like this was somebody else, and they came over and they were like, "Yo, you really ordered?" I'm like, "Bitch, I'm hungry. You want some?" And I was like, "This, you want some?" Like shit.
You want to get some for yourself, motherfucker? Shit.
Like I was dead.
I'm trying to eat.
Like I was hungry, and they were like, "You want to be?" I was like, "Shit, I'm gonna be good to hug. I'm gonna be good to fuck. Like, just let me get a couple slices in, and you sure you not hungry? Like,
yeah, you want breadcrumb or something? Like, you want breadstick, dog? What about a garlic knot?
Yo, but like, what about you? Like, so like, if a chick was like, "Yo, I ordered some food. I was hungry."
I'm like, it's lit.
Like, you want some? Cause I had to eat some food before we fuck. No, cause every dude complain. Like, I'm like, the fuck? Like, I can't eat. Like, the fuck? I gotta starve through this process. You expecting me to put energy in this shit?
That's true. Want me to be energized? Want me to be this little Energizer bunny? And put some batteries in my back there. Let me get that food.
No, but I mean, like, how would you feel about that?
I'm okay with it. I've never been okay. I've never been not okay with it.
I mean, have you ever had a chick like, "Yo, I just ordered some food," like?
Nah. I usually feed everybody though.
No, but I'm just saying, like.
So I think that's never been a problem because I usually went out and got the food. You know what I mean? Even now, me and you.
I mean, I got food. What you mean? I got food today. What you saying?
You bought it today, but for the most part, like I
don't act like I don't contribute to our food and our liquor consumption. He trying to play me right now.
Yeah, today she bought the food. I bought the liquor. But like I'm saying, on for the most part,
he's trying to play me like I don't do nothing.
I'm saying for the most part, like it's. I make sure we eat.
No, but I'm saying, food. But like you never had a chick like you came over her house and she was like, "Yo, I ordered food. I was hungry." She just expected you to bring food.
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't like that. I was like, "Shit, I'm hungry." like I wasn't like.
But
that.
I usually ask though, so like that, and that's my thing. Yo, you ate? You good? You straight? It's just what I do. What I've done.
Nah, but like they wouldn't ask me, so I would just like be. She making a baby. Don't worry about it. It's alright. Like, he just hit the touchdown.
We're gonna have to like listen through this whole thing. What's that timestamp? 23 minutes. We're gonna have to listen to this whole thing to see if we can catch the music and them in the background. Oh my god, this is.
Wait,
ridiculous.
What did you tell her we was doing?
I said we're recording a video. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, nothing to that.
You know, be that guy that offers food sometimes. You know, sometimes
women like that shit.
You know,
believe it or not.
Sometimes you know she don't want to. You know, I was cool with buying my own food, but like, you know, be nice. Is abortion wrong? I don't think necessarily abortion is wrong.
I feel it's your body, your choice.
I feel like depending on the circumstances, it can be something that is not necessarily a bad thing. But if it's like if you're like a teenager and you get pregnant, if you decide that an abortion is like your best thing to do, then like go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're making a baby. Just go. Just go with it. If Oh my god. But if you're like older, I don't know. I feel like if you're like an older person and Nobody's being killed in the background, by the way. Please say something. Please say something. Please say something. Like, you know, maybe try go for adoption or something. It might be a better choice. Because, you know, you're a little bit older and, you know what I mean? And, like, maybe abortion isn't necessarily, like, a bad decision, but maybe you might want to go more the route of, like, I guess you could say, like, you know, giving the baby up for adoption or something like that. What's wrong with you?
I just want to, like, get through this without any more, like, nonsense.
You just look so annoyed right now, and it's alright. They might find this funny. Let's go.
I hope so. Hope we don't get a copyright strike.
We're gonna have to listen to this before we post this.
Yep. If we record this whole thing and have to re-record because all the music can be heard in the background, I'm gonna be so pissed.
You go up there and yell. Okay, go ahead.
Your body, your choice. I do also, in that token, I say if you're considering it, talk to the potential father.
But what if you don't have that luxury?
If you don't have the luxury of talking to the potential father, then do what you got to do. But if you do have the luxury of talking to the potential father, talk to him. Because I've known, you know, cases where.
So if I got an abortion
and then tell me, I mean, it's your body, your choice. I can't be.
Yeah, I know. It's in me. It's not your child until it comes out.
That's bullshit.
No, it's true. It's true. I actually had this conversation with somebody. Technically, right? It's not his child until it comes out. If it doesn't come out, it's not your child. It's still my decision to do whatever I want to do. Because it's still in me. It didn't come out yet.
But I helped you create what's...
You did. But technically, right? If you want to get technical with it, because a lot of dudes want to get technical with it. Technically, she's still carrying it. So if she decides an abortion is the best route, technically she's still carrying it. She didn't push it out. Now, when she pushes it out, you have as much say-so as she has on what happens with the child.
Okay. I still think you should talk to him. Right?
So how would you feel if I had an abortion and didn't tell you?
I wouldn't necessarily like it, but I like I said, I wouldn't be mad or upset or, you know, how could you do that? Nah, I mean, it is what it is. If you do it, you do it. My thing is, I would be more upset at the fact that you didn't say anything to me in the first place.
So you wouldn't be upset at the fact that you created a child and
that would upset me, yes, but I wouldn't be mad per se. You know how some dudes freak out over it? Like, I wouldn't freak out over it. I'd probably go into my little depression stage. Might not want to talk for a little bit. But, like, I'm not mad in that time. I'm upset that I missed out on the opportunity to be the one thing that I want to be. You know what I mean?
Alright, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that. Okay. So yeah, I mean, just talk to him. You know. That's the only. You don't have to, but
no, but like some people, when you tell them you want to do that, they, you know what I mean, like they go with the idea of it, but then they like treat you different because you chose to make that decision, even though you let them be a part of the.
Then you know what, and if that's the case, let them fucking walk after that. You know what I mean? But at least you did your part in letting them know this is what's happening. You know what I mean? Because I feel like...
Because I know a lot of cases where there's females who... Because there was actually somebody who came to... I think it was when I was like in high school. She came to the school and she talked about when she was like younger before she had got married and had the kids that she has now, and she had to have an abortion. And she told the person she was with at the time that, like, the best decision she felt that she could have made, considering how old they were, was to have an abortion. And, like, he took her there, and I guess he went along with the decision, but he was, like, you know, acting distant and different, even though he went along with the decision making of agreeing to the abortion.
Yeah. He realized that he fucked up, but, like, you know, it is what it is. If you agree to it, you agree with it. To it, that's the real life. Like, and that's the thing. These are like real life decisions. You know what I mean? It's not like you're playing a video game and you can upload your save data and you know, redo whatever you did. Like, these are real life decisions, and like, it honestly boils down to, it is what it is. If she gets one, then then she gets one. Like, you know, you keep moving forward. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, you know, especially if you were looking forward to being a father one day, you know. It's gonna hurt, but like, you move forward. You know what I mean? You keep going. It just doesn't change the person that she is. She's just not ready now. She's not gonna. It's not like she's not gonna be ready in 2 years. It's not. She could be ready in 6 months, but right now she feels like she's not ready. So that's what it is, you know. And you gotta live with it. It's, at the end of the day, it's her body, you know. Like Bunny here said, I guess technically you have no say so, because
I'm not. I've heard this from a man's perspective.
That was from a man's perspective.
Yeah, he was like, technically, if you want to think about it in a technical standpoint, technically, right, whatever she does to her body and to the child while the child is inside her, if she chooses to not...
It's her responsibility, yeah.
Yeah, she technically doesn't have to let the man know what happens, per se.
Technically speaking, no, you're
like,
right.
But, like, when she pushes the baby out, right, all that decision-making of her just making the decisions is not on her 100%. Unless the father chooses not to be part of the child's life.
And that's the part that I don't like. You know, I get it, right? I get it from a technical standpoint. But we have to think also from a morality standpoint. How, like, you know, how would she feel? Like, you gotta put... Sometimes in those situations, you gotta put yourself in those shoes. Like, would you prefer someone to tell you? Or would you prefer to just have them go do it?
Some people prefer not to know.
And then if that's the case, then so be it. If you feel like that person generally would not want to know if you did it or not, then do it. But if you know, if it's someone like me who would want to know, you know what I mean?
So if I didn't tell you, you'd be upset?
I just told you I would be. I wouldn't be mad, but I'd be upset.
What would you even say to me?
Okay, like, there's nothing for me to say. You did it. You're going to be like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm just going to be like, I just need a minute. I got to...
What do you mean you need a minute?
Clear my head, because you just told me that I was a father for 0.5 seconds.
I mean, technically...
I wasn't, but, like, you know,
like, it
was
like,
there.
It doesn't
the seed was planted.
It wasn't like, it didn't form into anything.
Yeah, but the seed was planted, and then we dug it out before anything could happen. And, you know, just my opportunity to be a father in that instance was gone. It's gone now, and I have to wait until you can, or if me and you break up and I gotta move on to someone else, or, you know what I mean? So, like, but I'm just gonna need a minute, because for me, it's the one thing I want more than anything. So, thanks for the support of leg pads. Just appreciate it. But is there anything else?
No, not really. I mean, why? Is there anything else you want to add?
No.
Sucks that we gotta listen to this whole thing. Well, not the whole thing.
Yeah, nah. I've been keeping eyes on the parts, so we'll see.
Oh, okay. So, the next topic is what caused my PTSD.
So this isn't necessarily a segment where I'm gonna be talking a whole lot.
I mean, I don't even know where to begin with this.
Are you gonna get emotional on me?
What do you mean?
You gonna need a hug after?
What?
You gonna need a huggy wuggy?
Like, where do I even begin? Like,
from the beginning.
I guess, for me, it's, it triggered from, like, multiple different relationships, but, like, it also, like, from my last relationship was, like, really big on it, because, like, for example, like, we had got so physical with each other, whether it was, like, from both of our ends or on his end or whatever the case was, and, like, for example, like, if he touched me, I got so triggered so quickly because I was so used to him touching me and it being something negative that I was so quick to be, like, ready to, like, throw hands. And I remember so distinctly. Now, granted, I guess I'd be looked at as wrong in this situation, but, like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if, like, my mind just got triggered to something, but, like, I was sitting next to him, and I think we were watching something on Netflix, and he must have touched my shoulder, but, like, I mentally blacked out, but I was, like, aware of what was going on around me, but, like, I blacked out somehow, so everything turned black, and then, like, he touched me, and for some reason, like, I guess I, like, freaked out mentally, because I guess I was thinking about all the things that I had been through with him, and, like, I just started choking the shit out of him in that moment. But, like, I blacked out, apparently. And then, like, I didn't, like, see anything. Like, I didn't see his face. I didn't see, like, what he was doing. I didn't see, like, if he tried to stop me. Nothing like that. I literally mentally blacked out. Like, so I couldn't even see his face. I couldn't even see the TV in the background. Nothing. And then he was, like, upset. Like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the third. And I was just, like, trying to process, like, what just happened. And the only thing I could mentally come up with was I had developed so much hate for him that my body was just prepared for anything, that I was just ready to just, like, kill this nigga. Like, on some, like, yo, I'm about to kill you if you touch me type shit. And that's the only thing I could come up with. Because when I tell you I, like, and not, like, blacked out, like, on some, like, I was drunk. Like, blacked out, like, you can't, you, like, almost, like, I think the best way to explain it is, like, when you get so mad, almost like when you see red, but, like, you can't see anything else around you, and you can't even see that person, and you're just doing whatever you're doing, and, like, you don't know if you're hurting them, you don't know if you're killing them, and that's where I got. And then, for me, that's when I kind of got an idea of, like, maybe, like, you're triggering things in me, because if you can't even touch my shoulder, that's, like, tweaking, like, and that's literally, like, because he didn't hit me or anything like that, but, like, for some reason it triggered something for me. Mm-hmm. And I got just snapped. And, like, I was like, oh, my bad, like, because it was like something took over my body. It was like, there was, like, another part of me that came and was like, fuck this motherfucker. You about to kill this nigga. Like,
he putting his hands on me again. Yeah.
And that was the, like, to be honest, I didn't even know how to explain it when it happened, and I really don't even know how to explain it now, to be totally honest. How do you feel about that?
It's, I get it. That blackout thing, I get it, because I used to do it too. Like, when I used to get into fights, that's why I don't fight. Because, like, if I get really, really, like, angry from a fight, I black out. And I don't stop until I see the other person bleeding. A lot. So, I stopped fighting because of that very reason. Like, I don't know when to stop once I'm like that. You know what I mean? You know, the last time I blacked out, I had people grabbing me, telling me to let them go. You know what I mean? Because I had somebody in a sleeper, and I full on was said to choke the life out of them. And it wasn't until people grabbed me up and were like, "Bro, stop! Like, let them go." You know what I mean? So I get it. It's just that you hit a certain point and you.
Yeah, but I was, deemed the bad guy in that situation.
No, I mean, when it comes to the physical stuff, you both were guilty of doing wrongs, but it in that type of relationship, it can cause, bad shit. I told you the story before when I was arguing with a girl before, and I just threw my hands up saying like, "What the fuck," or something like that, and she flinched, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna put my hands on you." You know what I mean? It's like that when a guy goes to high five a girl and she backs up. Like, what the fuck? That's big body damage. You know what I mean? She dealt with somebody that used to slap the fuck out of her, and that's the reality of that. It's never a cool thing. It's never. And for the guys that be like, "Yo, I beat my girl." Like, I have a friend that jokes about it. He doesn't. Right? He jokes about it. He actually jokes about it in front of her because she then tells him that she'll fuck him up. It's the funniest thing in the world. But like, for the guys who really get down like that and do shit like that, like, that's the most pussy bitch made shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, and then they feel good about themselves. Like, fight me, nigga. Like, I'm all with that shit. You know what I mean? But why are you putting on? You got this girl by 150 pounds sometimes. You know what I mean? You got
be less than that.
Yeah, it could be less than that. But a lot of the times it's a big dude and a smaller chick, and they're ragdolling this chick around the house, and they think they're some kind of superior being. But in the face of real men and all this other shit, they putting their head down and they looking the other way, and they're talking with a stutter and all this other shit just to go home and beat on their wife again or beat on their girlfriend again. And it's like, you're nobody, dude. You know what I mean? You're nobody.
Yeah. I mean, I even remember that situation I told you where we had like that night that got like all fucked up.
Yeah, you told me
because he got all
threw you across the
room. He got all like mad about like what I had him saved in my phone, and he got all in my face, and there was like a couple across from us, but I wasn't expecting them to get involved or anything, but like I just thought it was fucked up that you would even cause a situation considering the place, public. Considering the place where we're at, because it all started in public, right? And I remember this shit like it was yesterday. And me being who I was, I don't know why I even did this. Here I am, I got like blatantly disrespected in front of other people, and I'm asking him if he's okay. Now I don't know if that was the alcohol or if that was just like my nice side kicking in of like, "Yo, I'm your girl," or whatever. But like, and then he was acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was acting like I didn't exist or matter. So I went outside and was like chilling with some random chicks I found at the place, was like talking to them like, "Yo, like, like," because I was in that mindset of like I needed somebody with like a clear headspace, like, and all the people I was like, some of the chicks I was talking to was like Like, oh, like he's just mad right now. And I'm like, nah, bitch. But like, no. There's a difference between being mad and like just blatantly disrespecting the person you with in public. And I know that difference. So like the chicks I was talking to, I was like, when I was outside, I was like, whatever. And then I ended up talking to this chick that worked there. And at first she was like, I don't want to get involved. And then she ended up like being like, if he's acting like this with you now, she's like, I'm not getting involved, but she's like, I'm gonna be real with you. She's like, I don't know you, and you seem like a very nice person. And I don't remember her name, because like, mind you, I was drinking a lot that night, because it was for New Year's. So like, I don't remember if I ever got her name or if she ever got my name or anything like that. And she was like, if he's like this with you in public now, she's like, he's not gonna get any better. She's like, I had a friend that was in a similar situation. She's like, your best bet is to get out of it as soon as you can and call it a day. She was like, because no man, no matter how bad you are as a person, if he genuinely respects you, should talk to you like that. So then what happened was I was sitting there and he was getting mad that I was talking to this chick that worked at the place, and the chick was talking to me, and I was dumb. I tried to throw my phone at his face, and he ducked it, and it like flew over this thing. Like, it was stupid, but my phone was okay though. And then like, then he got all like ballsy again, and he was like, yo, I'll never forget this shit. I hope this nigga rot in hell for even saying this shit to my face. He's over here talking to me, rah, rah. I'm not even saying nothing at this point. I'm just standing there, like, quiet. And this is how you know I'm really mad, when I'm standing in front of you quiet while you're talking to me crazy. So that means one or two things is about to happen. I'm about to rock your shit or stab your ass. He's like, yo, like, I don't even know why I'm with you. And I'm letting him say this shit, thinking he a big dog. And I remember this shit, too. All up in my face, like, yo, I don't even know I'm with you. Like, I could get with somebody so much better. Your pussy whack. Once he said, yo, my pussy was whack, that triggered something so deep in me. I got my hand, and I never slapped somebody so hard in my entire life. I slapped him so fucking hard, everybody in that fucking building heard that shit. And then he came to try to run up on me, like, in my face. And that's when everybody want to come. Oh, now you niggas want to come help me. And like, and then like, you know what I'm saying? And then you would think the situation is ending at this point. It's not over yet. We get back to the house, you know what I'm saying? The alcohol kicked in. I get real horny. I could be as mad as I want to be as a motherfucker. And like, but like, if I'm horny and I want to fuck, I don't care if I hate you in that moment. We fucking. I don't care. Like, so like, that's kind of where my head was at. Cause like, when I drink alcohol, I'm chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to fuck, I want to fuck. I don't care if you hate me. Bitch, we fucking. Like, that's just where my head's at. So that's kind of what it was. And he's over here like pushing me off. And then after a while, I was like, bitch. Pulled down his pants, started sucking his dick, and I was like, I want to see this nigga push me off. And this nigga wasn't. He was over here laying there enjoying every minute of it. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, because I was drunk as shit, because apparently he said I did some other shit. Don't even know what the fuck I did. But I don't remember if it was like before that point or like, actually before that point, like before we even got to that point of us even like fucking, we were still going in at it, right? And then he's over here expecting me to leave his house, and I'm looking at this nigga like, cause my car was parked at his house, and I'm looking at this nigga like, yo, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Nigga, if I drive, even if I make it halfway to my house, if a cop pull me over, I'm fucked. Like, I was like, you know how much I had all different types of wine, liquor, anything you could think of. My alcohol levels would probably been through the roof. So I'm looking at this nigga like, yo, you corny. Like, even if you don't want me like next to you right now, at the very least, you should understand we both was drinking wine tonight. There's no way I could drive home. Not like coherently anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you could drive home. You might end up on somebody's lawn, but you definitely drive home.
So, like, I'm like, yo, and then he's over here, like, challenging me. So, I got alcohol in my system. So, I'm like, you know, I'm being who I am. He's like, yo, but you slapped me. You won't slap me again. I'm like, go ahead, challenge me, bitch. Go ahead. Go ahead, slap me again. Slap him again. And he's like, yo, stop playing. And I'm like, yo, you ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna slap you again, and you still ain't gonna do shit. And then, so I slapped him again, and then that's why he threw me across the room. Right? Mind you, I blame myself for that.
You slapped him 3 times now at this point.
No, but don't tell me, yo, you ain't gonna do it. That's the type of person I am. Don't tell me I'm not gonna do something. Because I ain't afraid of you. That's why I tried to tell him, I'm not afraid of you. Because, nigga, I have people I could call. I'm not afraid of you. And I told him that. Because I said, you kill me, you going to have a whole bunch of niggas coming to your house. So, he threw me across the room. I get up, right? Just to make sure I'm not concussed. I don't got no bruises. Don't even run to this nigga. Mind my business. Get up, right? I'm by his doorway to his bedroom. This nigga come running in my face like I came running at him and shit. Mind you, I got discombobulated when he threw me across the room. I was like this. So, you know, I get my composure. And I was like, nigga, since you in my face right now, right? I ain't even getting your face. You swinging your fist. How about you fucking hit me? Because that's exactly what the fuck you want to do. Because why the fuck you come in my face? And he looking at me mad as hell. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, I ain't afraid of you. Go ahead, fucking hit me. Because why the fuck you come in my face? I ain't come in your face. Not once did I come in your face. Yeah, I slapped you, but I never came in your face. So why the fuck are you coming in my face when I got up after you threw me the fuck across the room? You came over here for one thing. Either try to intimidate me or fucking hit me. So do one of them, because that's all you are. You nothing but a woman beater, and that's all you'll ever be, a no good nigga. So why don't you fucking do what you are known for? And he kept looking at me, and I'm like, yeah, you a no good nigga. You ain't never gonna be nothing but a no good nigga. And I kept repeating that. And I'm like, go ahead, keep swinging your fist, fucking do something about it. I was like, I ain't afraid of you, nigga. Go ahead, hurt me. Go ahead and watch what the fuck is gonna happen to your little bitch ass when you fucking put your hands on me. Cause he thought I was gonna hit him after. Hell the fuck no, I wasn't. I was about to get on the phone. Yo, get Alex real quick. Yo, like, we gotta take care of something.
Got to call it the cavalry and shit.
Hell yeah. Yo, I wasn't gonna touch that nigga. But I was like, yo, go ahead. If that's gonna make you feel better, go ahead, fucking hit me. I ain't afraid of your big ass. And I told him that many times. And he must have thought I was, but I ain't afraid of you. You could kill me. Whatever make you feel better. But I'm gonna let you know right now. You better be afraid to walk out your fucking house. Because that's one thing I give to my mother. We may not get along, but she will look for you. Mm-hmm. She will find you, and she will kill you.
But no, that's why her babies. She be acting like she don't care, but she care.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I say. He's like, yo, I ain't afraid of nobody. Alright, go ahead.
He don't know nothing. He don't know that thing about the Latino mamas. That's what that is.
That's what I said. I said, yo, you never mess with a Spanish motherfucker. Them bitches be crazy. One of the other major times I stood out was the time I told you about with the fucking with him like forcing himself on me and shit, where it was like, ow, it hurt, and I'm crying and shit, and I'm like, get off me, and he look away, and he's still going until he come. And then it was like his birthday weekend, I had got him this like ice cream cookie cake or whatever the fuck, and I was like, I couldn't stand to be around it. Like, I wanted to stab this nigga so bad. I wanted to kill him with every fiber of my being. And because what bothered me the most was was like, it wasn't even the fact, like, it wasn't even just the fact that he, like, did what he did. It was the fact that, like, you did what you did, and the only thing you got to say for it, right? Mind you, I'm crying in your bed telling you to stop. It hurt. Yo, my mother heard you in the next room. Of course she heard me in the next room. I was screaming for you to stop. I'm in pain. Like, the fuck? Like, I wasn't moaning. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, of course she heard me while we was in your room. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, bro.
And I thought that was weird that, like, he said that. And then he called me the next day. Right, the next day or two. Yo, I'm not trying to be known as a rapist.
That's what you did, big dog.
Like, why you calling me saying, like, he was trying to make it seem like I was causing him to look like a rapist. And I was like on the FaceTime, like, what? I've never been so confused in my entire life. Like, how are you calling the person that technically would be considered the victim in the situation and saying it's their fault and they're making you look like a rapist?
Yeah. That's what it did.
Can you explain that to me?
I can't, because I don't live by none of them weird morals that he lives by.
What weird morals does he live by? Does he even have morals?
Nah, I don't know, but he different. Real different.
Or like, another thing, my biggest thing was like I used to hate, right? Because I had an ex I used to do this, like grabbing the wrist a certain way.
Oh,
and I
was wondering what the hell you was doing. He picked up my whole arm and shit. I was like, what?
Like, and no. And then I explained this to him, like, yo, don't grab my wrist like that. This nigga would do it anyway. And a couple times, like, I ain't gonna lie, I choked him and shit. So, like, show him, like, nigga, we not doing that. But, like, he really thought I was playing. Like, what's the big deal? Nah, nigga, there's a difference between, like, grabbing somebody's wrist and, like, you know.
And pulling it.
Like, no. But, like, grabbing it, like, on some, like, you try.
What the fuck you trying to do? Like,
like, you can't even do it. You like,
because I'm like, I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Like, and that was the thing. That was my point I was trying to make. Like, don't grab me like you trying to hurt me, like on my wrist, because it triggers something for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it triggers something from my past, and that was the shit that pissed me off. And the fact that I told you about it and you still out here doing it, like, that tells me you don't give a fuck. So why did I even bother telling you? You don't even care.
I was confused. I was like, what the hell is she grabbing my wrist for?
Did dudes even get triggered?
Nah.
Like, if a chick do it? No? What if they got abused by a chick?
Cool. If they got abused?
Yeah.
If my wrist got abused by a chick?
No, maybe. like, she was grabbing you to try to hurt you and shit. Like,
she would have to be pretty damn strong.
Like what would have to hurt you, though?
Because that doesn't even hurt.
Well, I can't really. You got big ass wrists, yo. Like, I can't.
You need both hands.
I can't even. You could probably hurt me faster than I could hurt you. I mean, you don't even want to grab me hard. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
I feel like this is too hard when I'm grabbing you like now.
No. But like, he would grab me so hard, I had marks on my fucking wrist, and then that's when I was like, and then he did it on both wrists, and I had fucking marks and shit. And I think one of the marks is still kind of there.
My poor baby.
But like, he left marks, like grabbing me and shit, and I'm like, yo, like, don't grab me like that. And then when I choked him, right, one of the times he choked me back, I'm not gonna lie. Granted, yeah, I did choke you. But, like, I choked you because you grabbed my wrist in a way I ain't felt comfortable. And I told you don't grab me like that. That's like a nigga saying don't slap me in the face and the bitch keeps slapping you in the face. Like,
yeah. If he dropped kicked her, I mean, he warned her. At least that's how somebody would justify it.
Well, yeah, but, like that's the shit that used to kill me. Like, it's okay for a nigga to do it, but when a chick do it, it's wrong.
Yeah, no, it's wrong for everyone to do it to each other. So please stop putting your hands on each other because it just ends up ugly in the end.
Yep. Or the time when you know what I'm saying, he got mad at me and I think he like grabbed my wrist or whatever. And I got mad because I got tired of him grabbing my wrist. And this is like when I was on his porch and I just started choking the shit out of this nigga. And then he pushed me down his porch steps and shit. And I was like, don't fucking touch me.
That's how you got the hole in your shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he told me I had to apologize to everybody in his house because I was being mad rude and disrespectful. Like, the way his whole household is run is like he could be a complete asshole. He could rape bitches in his house and nobody doing shit about it.
And he lived with women and well, he lived with women. I just lived with his sister, but
I hope somebody rape his sister and see how you feel about it. Fucking bitch ass nigga.
Damn. You got anything else you want to add to it, bro?
So now we on trivia now.
Are we on trivia already? Okay, so this was inspired by your little fun facts that you were giving me.
What fun fact?
Earlier this week. Hello Kitty.
Oh, God.
So, let's see if you can remember your answers.
Oh, God.
So how tall is Hello Kitty?
Was it 3 apples?
I'm double checking it right now. You were close.
Wasn't it 3 apples?
You were close. 3 apples is the answer to one of the questions I was going to ask.
5 apples.
There you go.
Yeah, 3 apples is how much you weigh.
And that's the answer to question number 2.
I knew I told you an apple.
Yeah.
That I remembered. And I couldn't, and I almost got mixed up which one was which.
So how much does she weigh? So that's question number 2.
3 apples?
Yes. When was Hello Kitty started?
1974. And then she was brought to the U.S. in 1976.
You are good. What's the most expensive Hello Kitty item?
Oh, I might not know that. I don't know. Most expensive? I don't know. I might not know that. I don't know what, like an engagement ring they made for her?
Oh my god.
What, am I completely off?
It's
Like,
a doghouse.
oh, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, it says with a twist of irony, one of the most expensive Hello Kitty items is a doghouse made in 2007 and sold at the same Tokyo department store where you can get the platinum Hello Kitty. Oh my gosh, it's made from Swarovski crystal beads totaling at $32,000.
Oh, so it's made out of crystals.
Yeah. $32,000 for a Hello Kitty doghouse. And then let's see. What's her most recent collaboration?
I know she has Puma, she has Johnny Cupcakes, she has... Doesn't she have something with Adidas?
Yeah, she does have something with Adidas.
I don't know which one is the most recent one.
I'm looking here. I think they're saying Supreme. Sanrio. There's another one. Oh, she does too many of them for you to actually consider one. Converse. Okay. Converse is one.
Well, I know she did
Vans, Balenciaga.
like I know she did Puma at one point where they had limited.
Hello Kitty just touching everything.
Yeah, because I know she did.
Such a diva.
I know she did. Because remember the Puma sneakers?
Yeah, I remember the Puma sneakers.
I
saw Converse.
The Puma hat.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Converse. I know she did something with Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the, because like I actually like know about it because I like would buy from those places.
Yeah, it doesn't specify what her most recent one is, but Sanrio is popping up a lot. They do bags, they do wallets, and those kind of things. So, shit, who isn't partnered with Hello Kitty should be the fucking real question.
I mean, and then like she got Johnny Cupcakes.
Yeah, Rizzoli, New York. Oh my god. La Sport Sack. Like, yo, Hello Kitty's literally everywhere. I'm surprised she's not on Twitch. But that covers it.
Like I always say, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Reach out to us on our social media. Our social media will be down below. If you want to comment on any topic that we talked about in this particular podcast, you can comment down below or reach out to us on our social media.
Yes.
You can also comment down below or reach out to us on our social media about any particular topics you want us to talk about, to consider for future podcasts.
Yes.
I think that's about it, right?
That's about it. Bye!